button cell batteries burn. Did you know that? Well, the damage is noticeable within just 20 minutes, and if a person does not receive immediate medical help, they may die. Now, often the first anyone knows about a child or a pet swallowing a button cell battery is when they start vomiting blood. And sadly, this is usually too late. Now, the dangers of button cell batteries. We all remember having fun with science, maybe when you're at school, those science experiments. For example, watching a bottle of cola explode when a mint is dropped into it, and seeing the enamel of a tooth disappear before your eyes when it's put into fizzy pop. I think we use Coca-Cola at school overnight. However, a far more important experiment that we should all be doing with our children is one where we leave a button cell battery, one of those small round batteries, on a slice of ham, just for a few hours. This represents what would happen if a person swallowed it and it reacted with our tissues. This process is staggering to watch, and it outlines just how vital it is to keep these batteries at the reach of babies, toddlers, small children, and also pets. Now, these button cell batteries can be found in lots of common places. They're the small round batteries that you might find in Christmas decorations, toys, cards, watches, key fobs, calculators, hearing aids, and numerous other everyday objects that you don't think are dangerous. They look to be totally harmless, and you would think that if a child would swallow them, it would just pass through their system. Unfortunately, it doesn't. I once panicked that my dog ate my Christmas snowman, an LED snowman, and they all lit up with those button cell batteries. Thankfully, I found the button cell battery kind of compartment. She had chosen not to eat that, because if she had, she probably wouldn't be here with us today. Now, while sometimes the battery might pass through with no problem at all, sadly, this is not usually the case. So let's have a look at what would happen if one was swallowed. Now, with ever more electronic gadgets around the home needing batteries, hospitals are reporting an increase in life-changing injuries resulting from these innocent-looking button cell batteries being swallowed. In fact, last year, Great Ormond Street, the Children's Hospital in London, had a 40% increase in this. Now, we said we can find them in lots of things, and we find them in things that children can get their hands on quite easily. And if a child swallows this button cell battery and it gets stuck at any point in its journey, then it continues to emit its charge, even if it was already considered to be a dead battery, i.e. it didn't work anymore. But it will still emit its charge. And what this does is creates a corrosive caustic soda which burns through the tissues and causes horrendous damage and internal bleeding. Now, lithium coin batteries are also particularly dangerous. This is because they have a higher voltage and they release more energy and are more corrosive. Fatal damage with these ones can occur in just a couple of hours, and in most cases parents have no idea their child has swallowed this battery until they start vomiting blood, and by the time it is often too late to help them, and by which time it's often too late to help as irreparable damage has already occurred. So let's do that experiment, shall we? Shall we get a bit of ham that's going to represent our tissues and go put a bit of saliva on the battery to mimic the fact that I've swallowed it, and I've enclosed it with cling film so it's like enclosed in the body. Significant damage had occurred within just a couple of hours. So please protect your children, please protect your pets. Prevention is key. always check that the battery compartments on electronic gadgets are securely fastened. Keep button cell battery gadgets out of the reach of children and pets. If a battery is missing and you think it's likely your child may have swallowed it, take them to A&E immediately for an x-ray just to be sure. My dog has a habit of nibbling everything, so if my gran puts a hearing aid down, my dog could nibble it. Make sure these things are kept out of the reach of people out of the reach of little hands, and also out of the reach of pets. Avoid buying products that do not conform to EU safety standards. Store spare batteries carefully, somewhere inaccessible to children, ideally in a high up lockable cupboard. And button cell batteries are potentially as dangerous as medicines and also your cleaning products, and they should be treated as such. And please inform your family, inform your friends about the dangers of these button cell batteries. Recycle used batteries safely, as these are dangerous too. Even if the batteries run out, it is dead. If you think your child may have swallowed them, please make sure you act fast. Take them to your local or your nearest A&E as quickly as possible. Tell the triage nurse that you think they have swallowed a button cell battery. Take the gadget with you, as the staff can identify the type of battery. Do not ever wait for any signs and symptoms. Do not try to make that person sick. Make sure you do not give them anything to eat or drink. And the reason why is because they might need an anaesthetic in order to be operated on. Your child will be x-rayed in order to establish whether the battery is actually there or not, or even your pet. And also to establish where it is. Has it been lodged somewhere? They will then be taken for an operation to remove the battery as a matter of urgency. Please make sure you follow this advice on how to prevent accidents. Please make sure you follow this advice, and please spread the word on how to keep children and pets safe around button cell batteries. Button cell batteries are as dangerous as the chemicals underneath your kitchen sink, and they're as dangerous as your medicines in your medicine cupboard. And both those things you keep out of the way of children and pets. Please do the same with your button cell batteries and the gadgets that house them. Don't forget to hit subscribe to our YouTube channel and the notification bell.